Yo, what up? What up? It's your boy Ola here with Ola TV. In this edition, Friday Night Smackdown, we get it going. First match is already on the way. Sorry that I started late, but here we go, baby. WWE SmackDown starts off the match with Rey Mysterio versus Karrion Cross. And Karrion Cross has been on a roll lately, but it looks like Rey Mysterio has come up with the victory on this match to go ahead and start SmackDown. Now, here's an ironic situation. Usually, SmackDown, known where Roman Reigns and the Bloodline tend to usually be the first guys to show up on the program. Tonight, they have not. So I'm wondering if they're going to even be here tonight, especially considering the fact that they were on Monday Night Raw this past Monday. So we'll see how that goes. But for those of you who are tuning in, Raw Triple X, the 30-year anniversary was this upcoming Monday. If you happen to miss that, I did go ahead and cover it for like the first 90 minutes of the show. And now tonight it's going to be the WWE SmackDown edition, the Friday Night SmackDown on this one. So again, Karrion Cross first match with Rey Mysterio. Um, Not sure whether or not this was a qualifier match because I did start the program a little bit late. However, Rey Mysterio did get the victory over Karrion Cross. And now we're seeing a couple of flashbacks of Brock Lesnar showing some clips of him giving the F5 to different people who randomly showed up on Raw Triple X, Raw 30 this past Monday, laying waste to all the competition and helping what's his name, helping the U.S. champ Austin Theory to overcome the victory over Brock Lesnar. Looks like over Bobby Lashley. So it looks like Brock Lesnar is more than likely going to be at this Royal Rumble. Now, is he going to be going one on one with Bobby Lashley? Is he going to be going in the 30 man over the top? That's going to be an interesting one to see. So we'll see how that one works out. Right now, coming out to the ring, showing up for SmackDown. Let me see who we got coming out here. Looks like it's going to be Austin Theory, still your United States champion, by the way, courtesy of Brock Lesnar. Courtesy of Brock Lesnar again. That was actually one of the ones that I missed. So to be honest, that one is that one was interesting. I'm surprised they brought Brock back to go ahead and help Austin Theory, especially since like not too long ago last year, Austin Theory tried to cash it in to win the championship. So it's ironic that they would have used Brock Lesnar in that segue on Monday Night Raw to have the United States Championship be retained with Austin Theory. Again, as I stated before, Bobby Lashley, for some odd reason, I don't know what they're doing with him. He tends to be, for some reason, going down the pedestal. Looks like ever since he lost the championship last year at Elimination Chamber, then months later, he lost the United States Championship. He's kind of been on a downward spiral as far as like the WWE content is concerned. And then, of course, there was those rumors of him possibly, um, he was possibly going to be leaving the brand. Who knows if that's even going to happen? But it's just crazy to me that right now, with this situation, Bobby Lashley has been put pretty much on the bottom of the list as far as being a possible future champion, whether it be U.S. champion, whether it be heavyweight champion, intercontinental champion, any type of champion, really. So this one's been pretty interesting to see. Um, Let me see. Right now, it's a quick commercial break on the SmackDown program. Wondering who's going to show up tonight because there was a lot of special guests, a lot of surprises on Monday Night Raw. If you tuned in, Monday Night Raw had Hulk Hogan show up. They had Brock Lesnar show up. They had DX Reunion show up. Who else? Uh, Seth friggin' Rollins showed up. Even though Seth is a common guy on the program, but it was interesting to see him get into the segue of the DX segment, and Kurt Angle showed up. So there was a lot of different Hall of Famers, legends, and past performers from WWE and also the WWF Attitude Era that showed up for Monday Night Raw. I think tonight for SmackDown, it's not going to be too many surprises considering the fact that this is the night right before the Royal Rumble. So I think they pretty much used and exhausted a lot of the surprise appearances on Monday when it came to showing us, who's going to potentially be at this upcoming pay per view. By the way, the pay per view is going to be tomorrow. For those that don't know, tomorrow is January 28th. So pay per view is going to be for the WWE Royal Rumble. I'm very interested to see if Cody Rhodes is going to be entering, considering that they kind of spoiled it a couple of weeks ago. So I think Cody's going to be coming back. Brock obviously is back. Bobby's going to be there. So I'm wondering if all these big contenders are going to be in the Rumble. Also, rumors are saying that possibly John Cena might show up. The Rock was one of the big surprises that was supposed to be showing up, but that has looks like that has been canceled. I don't really see The Rock coming through anymore as far as that goes. So yeah, I think that the replacement is going to be Cody Rhodes, and maybe they're going to give Cody Rhodes that push to possibly be one of the people that ends up taking the titles away at Mania when it comes to Roman Reigns. Now that all depends also on what happens at Rumble, because the main event expected is for Roman Reigns to defend against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens right now has been, pretty much giving him and the Bloodline a run for their money. I still think that Roman is going to retain. However, if he loses, I'm wondering what's going to happen with that. How are they going to build that up and set that up between now and Mania? If they were to surprise us with a Kevin Owens victory over Roman Reigns, that would be quite interesting. So, with that being said, also this weekend, big time weekend, not only the Rumble, but also you've got the two championship games coming up this weekend. You've got the 49ers playing the Eagles, and then you've got the Chiefs playing the Bengals. That's going to be something that I'm possibly thinking of covering for this Sunday. So, for those of you who are interested in NFL programming and content and just want to be here, you're more than welcome to join the stream at the time if I do decide to stream those. Now we're returning from commercial break, and we've got a digital exclusive behind the scenes with Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, aka Damage Control. Damage Control has basically got a exclusive segment behind the scenes where they're saying that once they're done with the Royal Rumble, and obviously the tag team champs retain their titles and Bailey wins the women's rumble, they're basically saying that they're going to be running the show as they've been doing for past months, and they're going to continue to do so, and they're going to continue to be at the top of the food chain and continue to make it very difficult for any women in the women's division to be able to climb to the top. Now that that segment is over, we're back with Austin Theory, and Austin Theory starts his segment inside of the ring with the U.S. title, telling the fans the champ is here, taunting old school John Cena catchphrases. Wondering if John Cena is going to surprise appearance and interrupt tonight. Let's see what happens on this one. So Austin Theory, even though he's the U.S. champ, has just announced that he will be in the WWE Royal Rumble 30 man over the top tomorrow. Ooh, and he gets interrupted by New Day. Let's see which New Day member is coming out to interrupt. Looks like it's going to be Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. No Big E yet. Wondering when Big E is going to return back to the program. Austin Theory, pretty confident in himself, believes that he's going to win the 30-man Royal Rumble. Kofi Kingston basically shadowing down on the parade and the glory of Austin Theory. Kofi says that the only three Austins he respects is Austin, Texas, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Austin Creed. But Austin Theory obviously not in his top three as far as the people that he respects. Now we got Xavier Woods talking smack on the mic too. Sheesh, them boys talking a whole lot of smack right now. It's a 2-on-1 right now as far as the numbers advantage. Is anyone going to come out and possibly protect and help Austin Theory here tonight if New Day should happen to attack him? I almost feel like a little surprise ambush is going to go on right here with the New Day. And now Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston have just announced that they will also be participating in tomorrow night's 30-man Royal Rumble match. So you got Kofi, you got Xavier, you got Austin Theory, you got Brock Lesnar more than likely, you've got the rumors of The Rock, you've got Cody Rhodes possibilities, you've got John Cena surprise appearance possibilities. It's going to be a couple of big names in the Royal Rumble tomorrow night. Now, Austin Theory's talking smack back, talking about he is the biggest star in WWE. And as soon as he says that, The Miz comes out with his music playing to interrupt the situation. Because you already know The Miz considers himself to be the most watched WWE superstar in history, which I don't know how factual that is, but that's always been his self proclaimed catchphrase. So, Austin Theory right now has got a lot of people coming out creating a lot of enemies, to be honest with you, before this Royal Rumble match tomorrow. We go with the Miz bashing Austin Theory as well. Austin Theory over here getting a bashing, verbal bashing by the Miz now. The Miz saying he's been in more Royal Rumble matches than before Austin Theory even hit puberty. I guess the Miz is also going to be in the Royal Rumble because we got the Miz in the ring, we've got Kofi in the ring, we've got Xavier Woods in the ring, we've got Austin Theory in the ring. So it's a whole lot of stardom in the ring right now talking smack, but all the negativity and all the smack seems to be going towards the direction of Austin Theory. And Austin Theory right now not appreciating all the smack talk by everybody else on the ring right now. Oh, and Austin Theory and The Miz decide to team up and attack Kofi and Xavier Woods. And oh shoot! All of a sudden, we got the almighty music playing by Bobby Lashley. Bobby's coming out to the ring. What is going on here in this segue? Bobby is pissed off and attacks The Miz and Austin Theory. Oh, and Xavier Woods thought that Bobby came out to save them, and then Bobby Lashley gives a massive elbow to the face of Xavier Woods. Then he goes and gives a nasty power move over to Kofi. Now he's attacking The Miz again, and right after gives the spear to Austin Theory. And Bobby Lashley out here lays waste of all four men who were just talking smack inside of the ring. Sounds like Bobby Lashley is going to be definitely a big participant heading into tomorrow's WWE Royal Rumble match. Pretty sure he's going to announce it right now. He's got a microphone now. Oh, and now Brock Lesnar jumps from the audience. No way. Bro, and they have Brock Lesnar lay Bobby Lashley out yet again. He gave the F5 to Austin Theory, which helped Austin Theory retain the title on Monday Raw 30 Triple X against Bobby Lashley. And now Bobby Lashley says he was going to terrorize every single wrestler until he gets Brock Lesnar. And 2 seconds after he says that, Brock Lesnar comes flying out of the audience, jumps in the ring, and gives a huge, massive F5 to Bobby Lashley in the center of the squared circle. So you had Austin Theory coming out in this segue talking smack. Then you had the New Day coming out talking smack to him. Then you had the Miz coming out talking smack to Austin Theory. Then you have Bobby Lashley come out and attack all four of them, empty out the ring. It looked like he was going to have his way tonight. And then Brock Lesnar with a surprise appearance out of nowhere with an F5 to Bobby Lashley and laying him out and then emptying out the ring. A huge segment right now of six top superstars in the industry right now. And I'm assuming that all six of these guys are going to be in the Rumble tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of hatred. It's going to be a lot of passion. And I can't wait to see the Rumble tomorrow because it is going to be, I think, a big, big Rumble. You got a lot of big faces and a lot of surprise appearances that are more than likely coming out, especially with some of the ones we've seen on SmackDown so far and with some of the ones that we've seen on Raw this early Monday. We got 10 Side Squad says, when does it start and what do you watch it on? Good question, brother. So to answer your question, as far as this goes, if you're talking about WWE SmackDown or Raw 30, etc., I usually watch it on like like a subscribe service. So you could probably Google different subscribe services as far as that goes. Now, if you're talking about the WWE Royal Rumble, one of my friends was telling me that Peacock, that one is the one that you can stream it at no additional cost. Um, and I actually subscribed to it today actually because I've never used the Peacock service. Pause, no pun intended. But yeah, I've never used that app service before. But if you pay $9.99 a month for that, you can get the WWE Royal Rumble tomorrow for no additional cost. You're just paying the subscription of the monthly service for the app, and then from there, it should be starting either 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and actually double check real quick here because right now it's a commercial break. Let's see what time the Royal Rumble for 2023 is going to be starting tomorrow. Give me one moment here. As far as WWE SmackDown and Raw, I usually watch it on my cell phone, depending on what type of subscriber service I have. Also, there's free services out there that you can use as well. But for the free services, sometimes they tend to freeze up or lag. So I don't know if you want to use any of those because so many people get on there. Let me see what we got here. Looks like we got a bot. Um, this one is a bot, so I'm not even going to bother addressing this comment. And then 10 Side Squad said the SmackDown start. Okay, yes. If you're talking about SmackDown, SmackDown started at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm not sure if you're on Eastern time, Central, Pacific, or if you're out the country. But yeah, it started 8 o'clock Eastern. So roughly, 36 minutes ago. It just started. You haven't missed too much just yet. It just action just actually started picking up right now. The first match was Karrion Cross versus Rey Mysterio. I kind of started that match a little bit late, so I'm not sure if that was a Royal Rumble qualifier, but I do know that Rey Mysterio won the match. Rey Mysterio did get the victory over Karrion Cross. So if it was a qualifier, that would mean that Rey Mysterio is in the Rumble. If it wasn't, then it just is a regular W for Rey Mysterio. After that, you had a segment with Damage Control, aka Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Bailey talking smack backstage, saying they're gonna run the women's division. They're gonna destroy all the women, both in the Rumble and in the championship matches. And they're saying that basically they're gonna be the future of the business. After that, you had Austin Theory pull up. He was talking smack about being the winner of the 30-man Royal Rumble for tomorrow. 2 seconds after that, you had New Day pop up, and you had Xavier Woods and Kofi talking smack to Austin Theory. Then Austin Theory started saying that he's the best wrestler out right now. The Miz interrupted. The Miz came out talking smack. Bobby Lashley gets in the ring, destroys all four of them. The ring is empty. Bobby takes the mic. He says that he's going to go ahead and destroy everyone until he gets Brock Lesnar. 2 seconds after that, Brock Lesnar jumps in the ring and surprises Bobby Lashley and lays him out with the F5. So that's what's gone on so far as a quick recap of SmackDown. Now we've got another digital exclusive coming up here for Rhea Ripley. Let me see what Rhea Ripley has got to say. Oh, and by the way, SmackDown is on Fox, if you were asking what channel as well. So on Fox, and it starts 8 p.m. every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And Rhea Ripley, it was a very short segment, but she basically said that 2023 is going to be the year of Rhea Ripley and that she's going to be taking over the women's division. And she said that she's going to be in pursuit of being the best out there, basically. So she says mommy, which is AKA herself, she says mommy is going to be taking over the industry. So maybe Rhea Ripley is going to be utilized a little bit more as far as matches and not just being kind of like the outside lackey, for the Judgment Day. So right now, they're showing a couple of the faces for the Rumble, and there's like 10 empty slots that they have not yet announced. So I don't know if some of them are going to be announced tonight. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are going to be, surprise entries. I'm just hoping they don't waste any of the surprise entries on BS matches. You know what I'm saying? Coming out right now, we've got Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans looking pretty solid tonight, looking pretty fine. Oh, wow. Lacey Evans is a jerk. She goes towards this kid in the front row, right? He's kind of a little bit on the chubbier husky side. She goes to give him a high five because he had his hand up like this, and she pulls her hand back and says, nope, sorry. It just completely disses the kid front row. Man, Lacey Evans looking good. I haven't seen her in a while. It's been a while. I remember when she used to be just kind of like the sidekick for who was it for Rusev, I think it was, or was that the other chick? I forgot. No, no, no. The girl that was with Rusev, I forgot her name, but no, it wasn't Lacey. I think it was some other girl. Well, Lacey Evans in the middle of the ring right now with who's this? Jasmine? Not even sure who this person is. I think this is one of those girls that usually fights in the dark matches. She didn't even get announced. She didn't even get an entrance. She was already in the ring. And if this is a Royal Rumble qualifier match, I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious who's going to be winning this one. Lacey Evans now doing push-ups in the center of the ring, taunting Jasmine right now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this Jasmine girl is, but she's pretty cute. Not a bad looker at all. Right now we've got Lacey Evans stops the showboating finally, trying to get an advantage over Jasmine. Jasmine goes to try to reverse, and then Lacey Evans with a big knee across the face of Jasmine, knocking her down. And now Lacey Evans soaking in the boos from the crowd. Right now we got Lacey Evans bashing the back part of the head of Jasmine across the bottom turnbuckle. She's got some shoe. I think you got Jasmine's shoe, or I don't know what that was. It looks like it was the bottom of a shoe. Though, yeah, it was the bottom part of the boot came off somehow, and she was about to slap Jasmine across the face, but the referee stops it. Right now, we got a whole bunch of reversals from these girls. Jasmine gets thrown to the other side of the ring, leaps over Lacey Evans, but then Lacey catches her, drops her down, and then a punch to her stomach, and then starts attacking the knee. Now she's got Lacey Evans has got Jasmine lifted over her shoulders, gets reversed. Jasmine for a quick roll up. Lacey kicks out after one. Both girls get on their feet, and then Jasmine catches a massive punch to the face by Lacey. Lacey now has got a Cobra Clutch submission hold across the neck of Jasmine, and Jasmine, after about 3 or 4 seconds, cannot take the pain anymore. Jasmine taps out quickly, and now Lacey keeps the submission hold on, choking her out like a rag doll. And now Lacey finally lets go and tells the ref to lift her arm up in victory. Man, a nasty punch across the cheek by Lacey, catching right on the kisser of Jasmine right before putting that submission hold on her, and then ultimately winning the match. By the way, guys, if you guys want to tune in and watch with me, let me see if I can find you guys that link that I shared last time. I'm going to be honest with you. This link, I don't use it as much anymore, so use it at your own discretion. If you want to decide to watch along, in case if you don't already have the program available to you, let me see if there's a Smackdown link available to put in the chat so that you guys can go ahead and maybe watch this Smackdown with me here. Let me see what we got. To be honest, I don't use this link as much anymore because it's like so many people are on it because it's a free link. So I stopped using it just because it's always freezing up. Always. But if you guys want to use it, you can use it at your own discretion. Let me see what I can find for you guys. Now Lacey Evans in the middle of the ring, talking smack, saying that she's going to be the women's Royal Rumble winner. Damn, Lacey Evans looks so hot, and so does Jasmine. Even though I don't know who the heck this Jasmine girl is, I think she was just one of those random no-namers. We got a backstage segment about to go on. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, I found a SmackDown link. I'm going to put it here in the chat. Click on that. See if that'll open up for you. See if that works for you, and see if you can watch the program alongside with me. This is the link right here. Check in the chat. Click on that and see what's up. If not, just continue to tune in as I give you the live updates. All right, let's see what we got going backstage. Now we got Drew McIntyre and Sheamus talking backstage. Sheamus says that he thinks Drew McIntyre is going to win. Drew McIntyre says Sheamus is going to win, but as they're conversing with each other and telling each other that the other guy is going to win and giving each other props, they start smacking each other across the neck, then across the shoulders, then across the chest, and now they're chopping each other back and forth. These guys are having a chop fest, giving each other credit of who's going to win the Royal Rumble. These guys, man. Oh, man, I love these segments. I'm not going to lie. These guys have been picking up the comedy. I remember they did the same thing in a segment probably a couple weeks ago at the bar. They were at a bar giving each other credit and started smacking each other around. Coming up next later on tonight, it says the semifinals tag title contenders tournament. So I'm guessing the winner of this particular match is going to go ahead and face off the Usos at WWE Royal Rumble. And it looks like the contenders for this match is going to be Drew McIntyre and Sheamus on team number one versus I thought it was going to be the Street Profits because these guys look almost similar, but it's the what is it? Team Hit Row, I think is their name, with Top Dollar and Adonis. Let me see. I think that's their name. Let me double check. Sometimes I forget these guys' names because it's been so long since I've actually watched the WWE content, but I believe it's Hit Row. Let me see. All right, got another tab open just to see. Yeah, yeah. So it's Team Hit Row. Yeah, it's with Adonis, Top Dollar, and B Fab. B Fab's the chick that accompanies them to the ring. So apparently that's going to be the upcoming match. That one is going to be probably after commercial break. Whoever wins that match is going to be the qualifier to be able to contend for the tag team titles at tomorrow's Royal Rumble. So that's going to be interesting. I got a feeling that it's going to be um, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, I think, are going to win the tag team match coming up next. That's what I think. I think those two, they're do their time, so I think they're going to be the ones that are going to be number one contender. I don't know if they're going to win because I still believe that the Usos and Roman Reigns will retain the titles all the way from now till WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania is going to be the target point for the Bloodline to lose their titles, both for the Usos as well as Roman Reigns. I think that's when the Bloodline will be officially dethroned from all the championship titles. However, you never know. Tomorrow, some good chances for the Usos to lose theirs and for Roman to lose against Kevin Owens. I'll be honest, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, I didn't originally like the match, but Kevin Owens has started to, I don't know, become a little bit better on the mic, a better gimmick, a better contender in the ring as well. So it might actually be a little bit more of a better match than anticipated. So right now, let me see. We got commercial break. Let me see if I can find also a picture of the WWE Royal Rumble coming up tomorrow for who is in already, as far as the specific names that they've already identified that we're aware of. So they just posted a photo on SmackDown right now with all the different people, but I'm wondering who the remaining 10 will be because they didn't show all the faces. So let me see. Got a 30-man. Ooh, what's this one right here? Entry predictions. Let me see what this is. So let me share my screen real quick with you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at here on another tab. Let me see. Where is it at here? See. Show you the screen right quick. See what we got going here so you guys can check this out. So this is the photo right here. Let me see if you guys can see it. All right, let me try to make this a little bit larger. So you see that photo right here. Look at this one. I'm gonna click on it to make it a little bit larger. So these were the expected WWE Royal Rumble contenders. Let me open it up here. There you go. Now you guys can kind of see some of the faces. So check this out. These are some of the contenders that should be there tomorrow. You've got Cody. It was already announced. They kind of ruined it and spoiled it. I think they should have kept it a secret. But Cody was one of them. John Cena, he's been around lately, so he probably will. The Rock was supposed to be a surprise appearance. By the way, speaking of the devil, I just said that Cody Rhodes got spoiled as far as returning, and they're showing Cody Rhodes promo right now of him returning and everything that he's gone to get back to the WWE as a top dog. So yeah, Cody Rhodes is definitely going to be in the Rumble. He's probably a high pick to win. John Cena has shown up on recent content. I think he's going to be there. Bray Wyatt has been around a lot. He's probably going to be there. Randy Orton, I don't know. I haven't seen him much lately, but Randy's usually in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if Goldberg is going to be in there, but you never know. He might be a surprise entry, but I haven't really seen Goldberg on much content. Um, Monster Among Men, now known as Monster Among All Monsters, uh, Braun Strowman. He's been there recently. He hasn't really had any matches, so he's probably going to be in. Drew McIntyre is more than likely going to be there, but if he wins the tag team title match qualifier today with Sheamus, then he probably may not be in the Rumble since he's going to be part of the tag team matchup. However, he might be in both. I've seen people do that, so who knows? Brock Lesnar just returned. He's got no expected title matches. He's given Bobby Lashley the F5 tonight, and then he screwed Bobby Lashley of the U.S. Championship against Austin Theory this Monday on Raw 30-year anniversary. So Brock is going to be there. Bobby has no title shots, and he has, he has to get his revenge on Brock. So I'm assuming Bobby Lashley and Brock will go at it a little bit in the ring for the 30-man Royal Rumble, and he will probably be the one that ends up eliminating Brock Lesnar. But if Brock Lesnar eliminates Bobby Lashley, I have no idea what they're going to want to do with this man. Now, Edge is always a possibility. He's always around. He's always, sneaking around behind the scenes. So it's a possibility. I don't know if Logan is expected to be there, but who knows? WWE for some reason likes this guy. I honestly don't, even though some of his matches that he had were pretty good. I just don't really like him as far as being in WWE. He's a sellout. I don't know. I'm not even going to give too much opinion on him, but I just think he shouldn't even be in the squared circle. This guy here, I'm not sure who this is, so I'm going to skip him. This guy right here is Austin Theory. He's going to be more than likely defending his title, possibly, but he did just announce that he's going to be in the 30 man, so he's in it. The Miz just came out tonight, so he's in it. Let me see. We've got one of the Usos here. Maybe he'll be in it. Damian Priest will probably be in the Rumble. He doesn't have any matches to my knowledge. Riddle, I don't think he has any matches, so he'll probably be in it. Gunther, I don't know if he's defending his Intercontinental Championship or not. He may be in the 30 man. This one is not sure. Now, here's a face that we have not really seen much of lately. Big E, part of the New Day, or used to be part of the New Day prior to his injury. Big E has been gone for a very, very long time. So I wonder if he's going to be returning for the 30-man Rumble. Here we got Finn Balor. He'll more than likely be there. I don't think he has a match. Kevin Owens, I don't think will be in the 30-man. However, he's in this picture. He could possibly be in it. Who knows? But he is supposed to be fighting for the championship against Roman Reigns. We've got Sami Zayn right here. So Sami Zayn might be in the Rumble. And some are saying that Sami Zayn might be the heavy favorite to win the Rumble, simply put, because he might be the one that ends up dethroning Roman Reigns for the titles. I know that's a little far-fetched, but that's what they're saying. And him getting that victory will kind of solidify that he was trying to break up the bloodline the whole time. So imagine if that's a part of the behind-the-scenes, undercover, low-key storyline. Then right here we got, I believe this is Dolph Ziggler. Kind of looks like him, can't really tell. This guy, I don't remember his name, but I know he's a part of Imperium. Imperium led by Gunther. We got Ricochet here. He's usually in the Rumble doing some good stuff. We've got Jey Uso here, so that means this is Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy and Jey Uso, but they're probably not in the Rumble again because they're defending the titles. You've got, I forgot who this guy is. I think this is the guy from NXT. I don't know if he would be in the Rumble because I don't know if NXT contenders are usually in the Rumble. I think he was the champ or used to be the champ. Is that a Braun Breaker? I think that's Braun Breaker. Let me see. Oh, and Sheamus and who is it? Sheamus and Drew McIntyre were coming out to the ring for their tag team qualifier match for the titles, and the Vikings end up coming out and attacking both Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Sheamus gets attacked and thrown to the apron, and then Drew McIntyre gets smacked across the outside barricade that has the digital LED picture imaging on it, and it turns the imaging off or temporarily creates some type of a static feature. Man, the Vikings right now over here laying waste to both Sheamus and to Drew McIntyre right before their match is supposed to begin. Holy shit. Both men getting smashed across the barricade multiple times. Jeez. Sheamus and McIntyre right now are being laid out by the Vikings, by the Raiders. Is this match even going to continue? Are these guys going to even be able to qualify? Well, yeah, getting back to the picture that I was just talking about. Yeah, this one right here is Braun Breaker. Where's the photo at? Right here. You got Rey Mysterio in it. So I believe the match that Rey had with Karrion Kross earlier tonight is the qualifier. And then this guy, don't remember his name. I don't know if that's Adonis. Not sure if that's Adonis from Hit Row or not. But these are some of the expected faces. I don't think The Rock's going to be there anymore. It's already been stated multiple times that he's probably not going to show up. So I don't think Rock's going to be there. I don't think Goldberg's going to be there. I don't think Randy Orton's going to be there, but who knows? Edge is a 50-50, but I don't think he's going to be there this year. And this is too many faces already as it is as far as the entry predictions, because here's the thing. When they showed the updated photo, which this one is not, I don't think this is an updated photo yet. The updated photo that they showed tonight on SmackDown shows 20 of the 30 men that are already in it. Some of these guys were on the new, poster for WWE Royal Rumble. However, 10 of the slots were left as kind of like a black shadow, like a black entry. So we don't know who the surprise appearances are going to be. So I don't think all these guys in this photo are going to necessarily be in the 30-man Royal Rumble, but they'll probably be in the pay-per-view more than likely. So yeah, that's my take on that. I think that's what's going to be for the Royal Rumble. A lot of the entries, some of the surprises. It'll be very interesting to see though who's going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? By the way, guys, I did share the link in the chat for those who want to watch SmackDown along. Hopefully it works for you. If it doesn't, just keep watching here and I'll keep giving you the updates. But if you're just tuning in, Sheamus and McIntyre just got laid out by the tag team of the Vikings, and they just destroyed Sheamus and McIntyre, who are supposed to be having a match right now versus Hit Row, and they're supposed to be for the tag team title opportunity for the number one contendership. Don't know if they're going to compete like this, considering that they've been attacked by a tag team that wasn't even supposed to be in the match. However, more than likely they are, because now we're off of commercial break and Hit Row is now on their way to the ring with B-Fab. So you got Adonis, you got Top Dollar and B-Fab on their ways right now to the ring. So I guess the match is going to possibly take place. We'll see. Now Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they were showing during a commercial break. They both went to the locker room area, pissed off, going after the Raiders, the Vikings, whatever they call that tag team. Right now, Adam Pearce is in the ring. Well, I think something weird is going to happen now. I think that Drew and Sheamus have voluntarily quit in the tournament for the number one contendership for the tag team titles. Hit Row thought they were going to get a free pass to the next round, and Adam Pearce says that's not going to happen. So what's going to happen now is they're going to compete against someone, which will be a replacement team. Let's see who this replacement team is. Oh, one of the replacement guys in this tag team is going to be Ricochet and the monster among all monsters. Holy, Braun Strowman. I guess we got a suitable tag team match now. So instead of it being Hit Row versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, they got a replacement tag team because Drew McIntyre and Sheamus got attacked by the tag team of the Vikings. They ended up voluntarily not returning back for this match. And so we've got Braun Strowman tagging up with Ricochet going 2-on-2 for the qualifier match for the number one contendership for the tag team titles for tomorrow. Damn, what a unlikely turn of events. Well, with that being said, now I believe that Sheamus and Drew McIntyre will definitely be in the 30-man Royal Rumble, considering that they've voluntarily eliminated themselves from the tag team title tournament. Here we go. Let's see who's going to start off this match first. Looks like it's going to more than likely be Ricochet versus Adonis to start this thing off. I'm not going to lie. This is a very good tag team match to replace Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. All right, here we go. So Ricochet starting it off with a couple of punches across the face to Adonis. Ooh, and a big chop across the chest, Ric Flair style. You can hear the sound all over the ring. Now we got Ricochet throwing Adonis to the rope, but he reverses it immediately. Ricochet bounces off the ropes, lands on top of Adonis, and then lands about 3 or 4 punches across the top of the scalp. Top Dollar's on the outside of the ring waiting for a tag, as is Braun Strowman as well. Ricochet with a diving elbow across the chest of Adonis, leaning off, bouncing off the rope. Goes for a quick count, but it's only going to be a 1 count as Adonis kicks out immediately. Ricochet flips over Adonis's back, does a rolling thunder under the fist of Adonis, then grabs him with the legs on the neck and takes him down. Now a quick drop kick across the face of Adonis, and Adonis falls to the outside of the ring. Ricochet looking around. He was about to go and run towards the opposite ends of the rope to go flying, and Top Dollar gets into the way, and he catches a nasty kick across the face courtesy of Ricochet. Now Top Dollar falls off the apron. Top Dollar jumps into the ring, trying to distract the ref, and B-Fab grabbing Ricochet, and Ricochet catches a nasty double boot drop kick across the face, courtesy of Adonis. B-Fab playing a big factor right now in this match. With a couple of knee shots across the spinal cord of Ricochet, courtesy of Adonis, and now nasty punches across the lower back as well. B-Fab over here talking smack to the crowd at ringside near the barricade. Oof. And a nasty shoulder hit across the chin of Ricochet, courtesy of Adonis. And now Top Dollar finally gets tagged in. Oof. And then a tag team assist by Top Dollar throwing Adonis into the abdomen of Ricochet. Then a big boot by Top Dollar across Ricochet's face, goes for the pin, and Ricochet kicks out. Top Dollar now talking smack towards Braun Strowman. Tell you what, Top Dollar is a tall, big dude, but Braun Strowman is a much, much bigger dude. Definitely in much better top quality shape, to say the least. Adonis gets tagged in. Top Dollar holding Ricochet on the second rope. And then Adonis does a flying kick on the neck of Ricochet and then stays sitting on his neck. Now he distracts the ref as B-Fab with another cheap shot on Ricochet. Adonis going for the pin. It's going to be just a 2. Man, Ricochet right now being the sacrificial sheep in this match, and B-Fab just being a part of this match like if it's a 3-on-2 handicap co-ed match. Crowd's getting hyped and excited now, chanting on for Ricochet to get up so that he could tag in Braun Strowman. As he's getting up, Adonis grabs Ricochet by the top of his scalp and slams his head into the ground. And now Top Dollar gets tagged into the ring, wearing some colorful attire tonight. Looks like a giant rainbow out there. Now Top Dollar immediately tags Adonis back in. Top Dollar not doing too much work in this match. It's been all Adonis doing most of the work, 90% of the way of this match. Now a nice little classic old school suplex, and now landing. He went to land the elbow right after to Ricochet. Oh, and Ricochet rolls up Adonis out of nowhere and almost gets the win. Oh, and Adonis trying to get Ricochet to the corner, but Ricochet ends up getting a big boot across the face of Adonis. Ricochet trying to go for the tag, trying to reach for Braun Strowman, but Adonis is holding on to his wrist. Having a tug of war act going on here. Oh, and Ricochet goes for a swing. He misses, gets thrown over the top, but lands on his feet. And Braun Strowman gets tagged in and throws Adonis, pulling him by his pants and throws him across the ring. Then knocks Top Dollar off of the apron. Now he's running corner to corner and lands on Adonis like a tow truck. And then Top Dollar gets into the ring untagged and catches a massive clothesline by the monster, throwing Top Dollar outside of the ring. And now Adonis and Strowman in the ring. And a big back body drop by Braun Strowman, throwing Adonis up into the air, and Adonis landing 7 to 8 feet in the air into the ground. Ricochet's jumping into the ring. And Ricochet goes flying outside of the ring and takes Top Dollar out. And now Braun Strowman with a 7-foot power bomb on Adonis, going for the cover. And B-Fab watches on the outside of the ring and gets pissed off at the fact that Braun Strowman and Ricochet, who weren't even originally scheduled to be in this match, were the replacement of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, and they get the big-time victory, and they will advance to the finals. This was a semifinals qualifier for the number one contendership for the tag team championships. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, surprise appearances and surprise replacements, and they are moving forward. Who will they be competing up to next? Who do we have left? We've got Imperium, we've got Braun Strowman and Ricochet, and we've got Legado del Fantasma. Imperium and Legado are the teams that are going heads up. The winner of those two will then face off against Braun Strowman and face off his tag team partner Ricochet. I don't know if all these matches will be decided tonight. However, I'm pretty sure the Imperium and Legado match is at least going to be decided tonight. And then maybe the finals will probably be on the pay-per-view. Going backstage now, we've got Kayla Braxton about to interview a special guest. Let's see who this is. Oh, Kevin Owens. Okay. KO. So Kevin Owens right now being interviewed backstage, and they asked why would he be facing Sokoa tonight? Why would he be facing one of the members of the Bloodline tonight when he has a big time match tomorrow night at the pay-per-view at the Rumble, going up one-on-one against Roman Reigns? And he says, well, he wants to make things right, and he wants to prove himself, and he wants to get himself prepared for the match tomorrow. So he is going to go ahead and fight later on tonight. Oh, we got Jimmy and Jey Uso backstage coming to interrupt, and KO puts his hands on them, but then Adam Pearce and backstage officials all come in to interfere to stop the fight. Adam Pearce has now announced to the Usos that he doesn't want to see them anymore tonight. They've barely even been a part of any action tonight other than this segue. So it's interesting that he tried to kick them out. Man, tomorrow's Rumble is going to be interesting. It's going to be crazy. I wonder who's going to be part in the women's championship. I wonder who's going to be the surprise appearances in the women's championship. And I wonder who is going to be the women's winner. That's going to be very interesting. Man, oh man, it's been one interesting SmackDown so far. It's been one interesting turn of events. Let's see. I really think that this Rumble is probably going to be a lot better than originally anticipated. I thought it wasn't going to be that good, but seeing all the different kind of talent that's going to be there, I got a feeling it's going to be a lot better than what I thought it was. A lot better. Right now, it's on a quick commercial break, guys. So let me go ahead and take a quick moment here. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go ahead and look for my YouTube link so I can go ahead and share it in case anyone else wants to go ahead and jump in on the platform. Let me see if I could even find the link. Give me a sec here. Actually, let me do something else here. Let me actually log into my Facebook. Go ahead and share the link with a couple of friends. It's always good to have friends, on the comments section. So let me go ahead and do that. But yeah, guys, it's going to be crazy. Braun Strowman, Ricochet just won their match here tonight. It's going to be real interesting to see how that's going to work out as far as them continuing into the tag team title picture, because right now they just won this match as a replacement, so they are going to the finals. We don't know who they're facing yet because the Legado is going to be who faces Ricochet Braun Strowman. It's going to be a good one. I honestly want to see Braun Strowman and Ricochet take it all the way. If I'm being honest, not necessarily win the titles, but I mean take it all the way in the sense of to be the number one contenders, because I think that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be real good. We'll see how that all plays out though. But that's going to be a good. If they face the Usos, I think that's going to be a really good tag team match for the pay per view. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the few Royal Rumbles that in a long time I think I'm really excited to want to see. Just because I want to see if any of the surprise appearances that they said that were no longer going to show up, maybe will show up. Like for example, I know that The Rock was a big time discussion as far as potentially being able to show up for the Rumble. So we'll see, my friends. We'll see if he shows up. It's going to be quite interesting. Got the Usos now backstage, back from commercial break. Security right now accompanying them back to their vehicle. Usos about to jump into their Escalade and head out. But it looks like Adam Pearce doesn't want them around anymore. Jey Uso on the cell phone asking someone if they're still downtown because he needs a favor. Sounds like he's going to be planning to set somebody up to get attacked. But later on tonight, coming up soon is Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens going one-on-one. This is just a standard match. Kevin Owens requested this match against Solo Sikoa because he says that he wants to be ready and prepared for the Bloodline tomorrow night. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens in this match. I wonder if the Bloodline are going to be able to get someone else to attack and helps Sikoa, simply because the Bloodline has been kicked out of the arena by Adam Pearce, or at least the Usos have. Roman Reigns has not been on SmackDown tonight. No surprise there. Ooh, now we got the Bray Wyatt entrance. We got the original Bray Wyatt entrance with the lantern. Or is this somebody else? Hold on. Who's this? Yeah, right. This is somebody else faking, bro, to be Bray Wyatt. This LA Knight, bro. I was like, bro, I was gonna say Bray Wyatt looked like he lost a lot of weight. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'm like, is this Bray Wyatt? I was gonna say, how did he lose all that weight in like 7 days? No, not even in 4 days, because I think he was on Raw, if I'm not mistaken. If he wasn't, the last time we saw him was for the when Undertaker showed up. No, yeah, actually, that was on Raw. That was on Raw 30. This idiot LA Knight is coming out with the tiniest lantern that you've ever seen in your life. Usually the lantern is massively big, the one that Bray Wyatt comes out with. He comes out with this little tiny one to basically mock Bray Wyatt, because they are going to have, their pitch black match tomorrow, presented by Mountain Dew, by the way. Make sure you guys stock up on your Mountain Dew. I'll tell you what, man, LA Knight, I don't see him in a lot of matches, but he's got some opportunity to grow, man. He definitely does. It's a little funny sometimes. This is going to be an interesting match. LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt at the Rumble. He's out here talking smack now. That's who he looks like. I was like, yo, who does LA Knight remind you of? Guys, tell me true or false. LA Knight looks like he is a combination of Chris Benoit, RIP. He looks like he has the Chris Benoit beard, and he looks like he has the forehead and kind of like the chiseled physique of the masterpiece Chris Masters. He looks like Chris Masters and Chris Benoit had a baby. Oh man. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to Chris Benoit, RIP to him. But yeah, man, he looks like if those two had a baby, this is who LA Knight would represent. This is who he resembles. I was like, man, he looks like two distinct guys that are no longer in wrestling. I just can't figure it out. And that's the two. He's a fusion of Chris Benoit and Chris Masters. Now, wrestling wise and in ring capability is a different story. I'm just talking about just simply the look, just the look. That's funny, man. LA Knight talking all this smack right now, saying that tomorrow in the Pitch Black match, when he goes one on one with Bray Wyatt, that Bray Wyatt will not be returning back to wrestling once he's done with him. But now we got Bray Wyatt interrupting, all the lights turn back off, and Bray Wyatt sitting in a chair at the entrance. What a quick surprise appearance. I guess the other Bray Wyatt impersonation is not coming back anymore. They want the original one. Bray Wyatt sounds a little bit half funny, half scary on the microphone right now. And he's got this weird, like, vintage chair that he's sitting on right now. There's a little bit of smoke behind him. The lights are off. Everybody's got their cell phones on. And he's over here saying that LA Knight, tomorrow you'll see. You'll see what you've been asking for. You're going to regret. You're going to regret ever asking for a match with me at the Pitch Black match tomorrow. Oh, now they got some random dude behind the fans where the blue light, well, he's in front of a blue light. He's got a mask on with this big Mad Hatter hat on and looks super scary. Looks like something you would wear for Halloween. I'm not even sure what that has to do with Bray Wyatt, but it's a completely different character. And LA Knight looking scared. Yeah, now they go to commercial break. They go to commercial break at the wrong time, huh? Bray Wyatt, man, it's going to be good to see. I like the fact that Bray Wyatt has returns. It's going to be good to see Bray Wyatt, LA Knight. Should be a good match. But I'm thinking they're going to keep the original Bray Wyatt. They're not going to bring back the like the Phenom version, the darker version of him. And I guess it's cool because, I mean, even the original Bray Wyatt persona is still pretty dope. So, not a bad thing with that, to be honest. Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this Rumble tomorrow. So yeah, the Fiend version of Bray Wyatt. I called him the Phenom earlier. That was my mistake. Phenom is the Undertaker, but yeah, the Fiend version of Bray Wyatt is the one that I think is not going to be at the Rumble. It's just going to be the Bray Wyatt, you know, the original Bray Wyatt that used to come out with the lantern. They used to have his two boys coming out with him back in the days. The ones that used to come out with the goat masks. So that Bray Wyatt is the one that's going to be contending tomorrow. The Fiend version, I think they're just going to do away with it completely. I thought they were going to bring the Fiend back simply because they were thinking of doing the whole Fiend reuniting with Alexa Bliss. Because I thought Alexa Bliss was going to go back to being a heel again and being the Fiend version of Alexa Bliss. But I guess she's not. So I think they're probably going to do away with the Fiend image. Maybe they just felt that it was enough with that. But it was very interesting, though, that on Raw 30, that Bray Wyatt got Undertaker. He came out to help Undertaker, and then Undertaker spoke into his ear something very, very evil or very inspiring, or possibly both. And then it looked like the torch was being passed from the Undertaker to Bray Wyatt, even though the Undertaker is in a class of his own, obviously, and nobody can compare to the Undertaker. But that was a very interesting segment that occurred. All right, what do we got going on now on SmackDown? This is the semifinals match coming up: Legado versus Imperium. I'm very curious to see who in the Imperium tag team is actually going to be contending in this match. Let's see. Right now to the ring is Legado. I wonder if it's going to be Ludwig Kaiser. I think he's a really good wrestler, or if it's going to be the other guy. I think his name is Giovanni Vinci. Very excited that Braun Strowman and Ricochet are going to be moving along. Here comes Imperium. Well, I only see two guys coming out from Imperium. Oh, so it's going to be the two guys that are not champions. There's not going to be any Gunther. It's going to be Giovanni Vinci. Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser are the ones going in the tournament. Okay. Well, that makes it interesting. That makes it interesting. Imagine if they were to be the ones that go all the way and possibly even take titles from the Usos. Damn, Imperium will be loaded with titles because Gunther has the IC. Then imagine if these guys had the Universal, not the Universal, the Undisputed Tag Team titles. I agree with what Michael Cole says. These two guys have very diverse styles. You got Imperium, who's a little bit more like brute force, and then you got Legato, that's a little bit more kind of like the little high flyers, more like the Hardys, kind of like back in the days when Sean was tag teamed with Marty Jannetty. It's two different classes, two different styles of contenders here, but this one should definitely be a very interesting match. Let's see. So it looks like Ludwig Kaiser is going to start it first. Tag team match has officially started. Ludwig Kaiser applying a submission hold. I'm not gonna. I never really seen Legado de Fantasma wrestle, so I have no idea the names of the two guys that are in the ring. But all I can tell you is that right now Ludwig Kaiser from Imperium was putting a nice submission hold on one of the members of Legado. Now he reverses it and starts putting that same submission on Ludwig, and now Ludwig out here reverses it, oof, and catches two chops across the chest. Oh, and the member from Legato tries to run to the third ropes and tries to do one of those snap mirror takedowns and botches it and lands on his head. And then Kaiser with a big right hand across the face, taking out the member of Legato. Now we've got Giovanni Vinci tagged into the ring. Nice little headlock hold here. I got a feeling Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci are going to be the winners of this match. Cruz del Toro gets tagged in. Going up against Giovanni. A couple of punches across the face. Baseball slide underneath the legs of Giovanni. Then a chop across the chest, and Giovanni looks at him like it was nothing. Ooh, and a massive clothesline by Giovanni and goes for the pin. Whew. Cruz del Toro is not cruising in this match. Catches a nasty, massive clothesline, courtesy of Giovanni. And now we've got Ludwig Kaiser getting back into the ring. Now the Toro from the Team Legato right now is the one getting beat up by Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig just got the tag in from Giovanni. The boys are doing textbook tag team right now, finding a sacrificial sheep in Cruz del Toro. And now del Toro, a couple of chops across the chest of Ludwig. Ludwig wipes it off, looks at it like it's nothing. Del Toro goes to the second rope, leaps off, and catches a fist across the face on the way down. And now Ludwig with headbutt assault and punches across the face of Del Toro. Del Toro right now, I'm telling you, man, his first name Cruz. He is not cruising at all in this match. He's getting beat by both members of Imperium. Now Del Toro with a couple of punches across Kaiser's face, kick to the stomach, trying to reach a tag team partner. Kaiser holding on to the pants. Tries to stop him. Tag made by both teams. I mean, not by both teams, excuse me, by Legato. Giovanni sneaks into the ring. Now Kaiser catches a drop kick by Del Toro, who's no longer the legal man. Oh, and both guys went to go over the third ropes to land on top of Giovanni, who was on one side of the outside of the ring, and Kaiser was on the outside of the ring on the other end. And instead, both members from Imperium slide into the ring and do two massive clotheslines across the chest, taking down both members of Legado simultaneously in the center of the ring. Whoo! Imperium is on a roll right now, on a roll with a bag of biscuits, baby. Man, oh man, Imperium taking it to him right now. Sheesh. Tell you what, man, Imperium, I think is going to be looking real impressive in this match. But if they have to go into the finals, if they get this victory, they have to go into the finals and face Ricochet and Braun Strowman. That is going to be a tough, tall task to be able to go ahead and accomplish. And then if you happen to find a way to defeat that team, then you've got to face the Usos for the tag team titles. So this is not an easy tournament by any means. Now, that's not to take away anything from Imperium, who obviously I give a lot of respect to. I think Imperium is a great team. I think that Gunther is a great champ as being the head leader of the team. I've always liked Kaiser's matches, and Giovanni has been a great addition to the team, obviously. He was the last addition to the team several months ago. But I would say that it's going to be a tough task. Braun Strowman is no joke. Ricochet is pretty good in the ring. And then you've got the Usos right after. If you happen to beat that team, that's a tough task to become tag team titles. To be the champs for the tag team titles. We're gonna see how this all plays out. I'm hoping that the main event, well, not the main event, but I should say the finals for the tag team titles is going to be decided. Hopefully, maybe later on tonight. I don't think it is though, because there's not enough time. I think right now it's what it's 9:26 p.m. Eastern, and SmackDown rarely goes over its time slot, so it's about 34 minutes to go. The chances of them deciding the number one contender tonight is probably slim. And then the pay-per-view is tomorrow. So that means one of two things. That means either that the finals qualifier matches is going to happen probably at the beginning of the pay-per-view, and then maybe they'll face for the tag team titles later on in the pay-per-view. Or it could mean that maybe they're going to do one of those things where they have kind of like a Sunday night heat broadcast where it's kind of like a 1 hour show prior to the pay-per-view. Maybe the finals match will be decided on that particular show, and then the winner of the finals will then be facing the Usos, for the tag team titles. But either way, whoever qualifies for the finals in this match, just like Braun Strowman and Ricochet had qualified tonight, that's a lot of matches within a 2 day, within a 24-hour period. Let's think about it. Ricochet and Braun Strowman just defeated Hit Row for the top for the finals opportunity. Then you've got the current match, which is Imperium versus Legado. Whoever wins that goes to the finals. Even if they don't fight tonight and they were to fight, let's say, on a Sunday night heat type of show before the pay-per-view, you're gonna have those two matches. I mean, those two teams face off on that match for the finals, and then you would have your title shot at the Rumble. So that's three matches within a 24-hour span. So I think the Usos have got a great advantage of retaining the titles against whoever becomes the number one contender from this tournament, because these guys are going to have one of these teams who makes it all the way is going to basically have three matches within a 24-hour period: the semifinal match, the final match, and then the title match, all between Friday into Saturday. That's crazy. Usually pay-per-views are on Sunday, but every now and then WWE does their pay-per-views on Saturdays. So tomorrow is going to be the Rumble. So whoever qualifies from this match, and then whoever wins the finals, that's going to be a tough task, man. That's three matches in 24 hours. That's tough. I don't think a lot of people do that, to be honest. Not even in singles matches. Oh, they actually just gave the heads up on the tag team tournament. So actually what it is that whoever wins this match, the finals will then go into next Friday on SmackDown. So it looks like the tag team titles are not going to be on the line at the Royal Rumble. That kind of sucks because I was looking forward to seeing, the winner of this tournament take on the Usos tomorrow night. But I guess because they got the 30-woman Royal Rumble, the 30-man Royal Rumble, and then maybe the other matches are going to be getting their own extended time, they're not going to put the Usos to defend the titles tomorrow. So that means then that changes what I said before about the Usos possibly not being in the 30-man Royal Rumble. That means they would be in the 30-man Royal Rumble, considering the fact that they are not even defending their titles tomorrow night. And for those of you who tuned in pretty late, let me take a moment to share my screen so you can see what I was talking about earlier prior to you joining the broadcast. I was talking about this over here, 30-man match. Let me see where I've got the photo at. Let's see. This one right here. So this is the 30-man match. This is what looks like some of the contenders. I don't think Rock's going to be there. I don't think Goldberg's going to be there. Brock showed up tonight, so he's going to be there, and he was there on Raw. So yeah, these are some of the faces, and they got the Usos in this photo. I thought they weren't going to be in the 30-man because they were in the defend the titles. I guess they're not going to. But anyways, back to the match here. We've got, man, oh man, we got Phantasmo giving kicks across the face of both Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni, then jumps off the third rope, 2 boots to the face. Then Imperium goes to the outside of the ring, railing right now and spiraling. And then all of a sudden, both members of Legado go flying over the third rope and lay waste to both members of Imperium. We've got Ludwig Kaiser still on the outside of the ring, Giovanni on the inside of the ring. Giovanni's on the third rope, gets kicked across the face. Ooh, a nice Hurricane Rana off the top rope that throws Giovanni on his back. And then tags in his partner, a splash off the ropes, gets a 2 count, and Kaiser comes flying in to save the match. Woo! Semifinals match. Really good right now. Holy. What a great match right now. These guys are taking it to the toe right now. Everything they got. Taking a chance on this one. Boys are doing big things right now. Ooh, a couple of chops. Kaiser was just in the ring trying to help Giovanni, but now he gets thrown through the ropes back to the outside. Del Toro, the baseball slide to the outside. Ludwig, he ducks. Then he catches Del Toro and a suplex on the outside pavement. Now we got Giovanni and the other member of Legado on the top rope. Phantasmo, here we go with Giovanni. Oh, shit. And he picks him up in the air and gorilla presses him off the third rope, and both men go flying off the third rope. Holy shoot. And Legado's member, Phantasmo, gets landed on his back. A massive gorilla press by Giovanni, but now Giovanni on the way down, looks like he might have hurt his knee, tags in Ludwig Kaiser, and now Kaiser over here grabbing Phantasmo by the neck. Oh, man, Giovanni's limping real bad, bro. Yeah, this doesn't look like one of those faked injuries. Ooh, and then Giovanni picks up Phantasmo to the air, and looks like he's going to do the powerbomb, and they get the double team finisher, land him on the ground with Kaiser flying off the third rope with the elbow, goes for the pin, and what a victory. And as I stated before, the team that I thought was going to win is the team that won. Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Da Vinci, Imperium is on a roll, and they get the victory tonight, which means that these guys are going to face the other finals contenders, not tonight, but next week on SmackDown. It's going to be Braun Strowman, Ricochet versus Imperium. Woo! That's going to be a good SmackDown match for next Friday. I kind of wish it would have been at the pay-per-view, to be honest. That would have made more sense. And putting the titles on the line, too, would have been great. But the finals have been set. Imperium versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet. That is going to be a great finals qualifier right there for the number one contendership. I don't know. I think either tag team would be great against the Usos, to be honest. I would love to see the Usos versus Imperium, to be honest. Two completely different styles would be a great match. But then I also would love to see Braun Strowman and Ricochet go up against the Usos for the number one spot for the tag titles. So this would be crazy, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. By the way, guys, if you're gonna be watching tomorrow, it's gonna be in San Antonio, Texas, 8 p.m. Eastern is when the Rumble officially is gonna start as far as the pay-per-view. But of course, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, they'll probably have like a little pre-show. So I don't know if I'm gonna tune in for the pre-show, but I will be here live giving you guys the updates for those who want to get updates on the pay-per-view. If you're not able to see the broadcast yourself, I'll be doing a live stream for the commentary on that. If I find the link for you guys to watch it along with me, I'll share it. If not, you're more than welcome to tune in again tomorrow for the live commentary updates because I will be watching and I will be live streaming tomorrow. So it's going to be a big one. Pause. And then right now they're giving a couple of the highlights of past Royal Rumble matches. Wow. Out of all the rumbles that have happened, 2.5% have only won the actual match of the all the contenders ever in Rumble history. Only 2.5% of the contenders have actually won it. And out of all that have ever contended, 19, only 19 people have been able to get a championship at Mania, like win the championship at Mania. And they're saying that the record right now for the longest Royal Rumble is still Rey Mysterio at 62 minutes and 12 seconds. I could have sworn that to be honest, I thought the Rumble was longer with Chris Benoit, to be honest. But then again, even if it was, they're probably not going to give him credit for it because WWE doesn't really like Chris Benoit after everything that happened with the family stuff. So I digress on that. But yeah, so it looks like for the record, still 62 minutes and 12 seconds belongs to Rey Mysterio when he won it. 2.5% of those that have contended, out of all the contenders, only 2.5% of those people have won. And then only 19 people have actually won the championship out of all the people that have ever contended. And there's a lot of contenders. This is like 20, 30 years of Royal Rumbles. It's crazy that such minimal amount of people have not only won the match, but have also gotten the opportunity to win the championship at Mania after winning the Rumble. And now they're talking about the most victories at the Rumble, which is Stone Cold Steve Austin in 97, 98, and 2001. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I thought Austin should have only won 2 of them, but he officially has the record for 3. I don't think anyone's going to break the record for 3, if I'm being honest, because think about it like this. I was talking about this with one of my friends earlier today, and we were like, does anybody have a chance to break the Royal Rumble record for most Rumble victories? Because Austin has 3. I don't think anybody's going to ever beat that because the closest to it is Randy Orton with 2. I think Brock Lesnar has 2. There's a couple of other names that I can't remember that might have 2. But the thing is that to get 4, bro, the guys that have 2 are much older wrestlers now. So I don't really see anybody getting 4. I think the record for Stone Cold winning 3 is probably going to stay there forever. Plus, I don't see them wanting to give anybody else the opportunity to break Stone Cold's record. You know what I'm saying? Well, coming up soon on SmackDown, Kevin Owens, Solo Sikoa coming up. This is going to be a very good match, in my opinion. I really like to see Solo Sikoa wrestle, to be honest. They should have him in a lot more matches. Solo Sikoa, I think, is one of my favorites in the bloodline. Well, let's see here, guys. Commercial break coming up. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of good action coming up tomorrow night. A lot of good action. By the way, guys, if you didn't see already, that's the link that I put into the group chat, or I should say into the live chat. In case that you guys want to go ahead and tune in, tell me if that link is working for you or not. I'm not using that link tonight because unfortunately that link is a link that I used to use. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it works absolutely terrible. But if you guys want to go ahead and tune in, man, click that link. Let me know if it works. If it doesn't, I'm still going to be giving you the live updates here, play by play. So, it's all good. You don't have to click the link if you don't want to. Now, what I would recommend, though, let me check something here real quick. Give me a sec. Now, one thing that I would recommend for you guys is Um, the pay per view is going to be live streaming on Peacock at no additional cost. I am not an affiliate nor a promoter of Peacock. Pause. But the reason why I am bringing that up is because if for some reason, if you guys don't get a chance to find a free link, that's where it's going to be streaming. I actually just became a new subscriber to Peacock today. I'm going to test it out tomorrow, and if the pay per view works out great, that'll probably be my way of watching it. That's going to be my way of checking it out. And again, if you don't have connection to it, no problem, guys. Just tune in here. I'm gonna be here. Sometimes I try to start it early, but I usually tend to start a little bit later than normal. But yeah, it'll be available. This live commentary update. You can watch this on your phone, your laptop, TV, or you can just go ahead and turn the audio on. You know what I'm saying? While you're driving in a vehicle, you got a long trip and you just want the updates, you can go ahead and do that. Also, guys, this weekend NFL, who's gonna be watching that? That's gonna be interesting. All right, we're back from commercial break. We got another WWE digital exclusive behind the scenes. So Zia Lee was just doing a quick promo behind the scenes, lasted about 15 seconds. She basically is just putting it on notice that she's going to be coming up into the Royal Rumble for the women's match, the women's 30 woman over the top rope. And she is putting it on notice that she is going to be contending and making a difference. Not too many words, though, utilized. Now we've got a behind the scenes interview with Charlotte Flair, and she was getting interviewed, it looks like, and then Sonya Deville shows up to interrupt the private interview that was being going on with Ryan Satan, what her last name that is, or Ryan Satin. Looks like being interviewed by Ryan Satin was Charlotte Flair on his out of character segment. Sonya Deville obviously didn't care and she interrupted. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sonya Deville has been trying to make a name for herself for a long time. I don't even think she's won the title yet. I know I haven't seen the product in a while, but I don't recall her ever winning the title. Oh, now we got a live Charlotte Flair on SmackDown here. Charlotte Flair is over here saying that Sonya Deville has been very persistent, and she says you should earn things and not be handed down and given those opportunities. However, she's bowing down to Sonya Deville right now because I guess the insanity of Sonya Deville has caused Charlotte to finally break and talk to Adam Pearce in saying that she's willing to not only give a one-on-one match against Sonya Deville, but she's willing to give her a title match at that. So Charlotte Flair, obviously, Sonya Deville's shenanigans and tactics have been working successfully against her because it's caused some form of insanity in Charlotte to be able to say she's going to give a title shot to Sonya Deville, who's someone who, I mean, she's cute, but she hasn't really earned an opportunity, in my opinion. But we'll see how this all plays out. Here we go, baby. Main event coming up. Main event coming up. Kevin Owens coming up. Kevin Owens, Solo Sikoa matches, the final match of the evening to close it out for SmackDown here tonight, guys. After this match is over, the stream will be over. It's been a great one so far. We've got one final match to go. Kevin Owens is in the center of the ring, focused and ready to go, waiting for Solo Sikoa to come out. Also, by the way, if you're just tuning in, the Usos have been banned, not even from ringside, but banned by Adam Pearce to leave the building. So the Usos cannot help Solo Sikoa tonight. Solo Sikoa will be solo unless whoever Jey Uso called on the cell phone earlier on the show interferes in this match. We have no idea who it is. It could be Sami Zayn, it could be Roman Reigns, or it could be a surprise appearance. But someone is more than likely going to interfere in this match. It won't be Jey Uso. It won't be Jimmy Uso because they've been banned from the arena, from the entire stadium due to Adam Pearce. So therefore, who's going to interfere in this match? Solo Sikoa right now on his way to the ring, and he has no one accompanying him as we speak. We got Roman Reigns, it says, showed up as a special guest appearance last night on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of Jimmy Fallon. I think his jokes suck. However, Roman Reigns was being interviewed last night. Solo Sikoa coming into the ring with intensity and ready to go. Who knows? Maybe Solo Sikoa can win this match without any interference. However, as I stated before, Jey Uso, when he was getting banned from the arena with his brother Jimmy, he picked up the cell phone and called someone and says, "Yo, are you still downtown? All right, cool, because I'm going to need you to do a favor for me." I got a feeling that Sami Zayn is somewhere in the building or will be somewhere in the building to make a surprise appearance to help Solo win this match tonight. But as of right now, the match has officially started, and there's no bloodline at ringside for Solo Sikoa. Kevin Owens right now going shoulder to shoulder against Solo. Couldn't knock him down. Bounces off the ropes, does it again. Can't knock him down. Now Solo Sikoa bouncing off the ropes into KO. Both men bouncing off the ropes, pushing each other back and forth. Nobody yet getting the advantage. They're still going at it. Bouncing off each other. Pause. And now Kevin Owens with a big elbow across the face and then leaps in the air and splash. Lands on top of Solo Sikoa. And the crowd is out here getting excited. The crowd actually cheering on KO. I guess KO is officially face. No longer a heel. I know he was transitioning into a face, but I think he's officially turned face. Now both guys outside of the ring. Ooh, and Solo Sikoa picks up KO and throws him through the barricade and then rams him across the outside post where it said Smackdown, and then throwing him across the other side on the outside of the ring towards the barricade as well. Right now turning this into a hardcore match, and this is not scheduled to be a hardcore. It's going to be a singles match. Both men better get it back in the ring. Right now we're on a quick commercial break, but it's very interesting that Solo has been left absolutely stranded in this match. No bloodline here tonight. Roman Reigns never showed up. Usos have been banned, and Sami Zayn wasn't even at the building at all. So not a good look right now as far as that goes, but we'll see, man. It'll be crazy if the phone call that Jey Uso just did is like a surprise appearance from some wrestler that may potentially also be in the 30-man Rumble that hasn't been announced yet. It's going to be crazy, man. I think the Rumble tomorrow night is going to be a lot hotter than expected. I think it's going to be a lot better than expected, yo. It's going to be big business tomorrow night. Again, for those of you that don't know, a couple of the faces that should be in the 30-man, you've got either Bray Wyatt or The Fiend. It's more than likely going to be Bray Wyatt. You've got John Cena. You've got Cody Rhodes. You've got Drew McIntyre. You've got Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley. You've got, I think Logan's going to be in it. You've got Austin Theory, The Miz, both Usos, a couple of members of Judgment Day, I believe Finn Balor and Damian Priest. I don't think Dominic's in it. Rey Mysterio is going to be in it. Who else? Edge may potentially be in it, but I don't know if he's going to actually show, but that's what they're saying. But I think one of the biggest surprise appearances that we're going to expect in the 30-man Rumble that probably nobody thinks is going to show up is Big E from New Day. I think that's going to be one of the biggest return attractions for the 30-man Royal Rumble tomorrow night. I think that's what's going to be one of the surprise appearances, and I hope so because I'll be honest with you, man, Big E was one of my favorites as well, and I hate seeing that guy on the show for so long. So he should be there. Sami Zayn should be in the 30-man. A couple of members of Imperium should be in there. Ricochet should be in the 30-man Rumble. I think even Braun Breaker from NXT, who I don't know if he still is the heavyweight champ, but at the time from when I last saw several months ago, he was the champion. But I don't know if he still is because I haven't watched the AEW content or WWE content for a month. So I'm not sure if Braun is still the champion. Nonetheless, though, he is one of the top ticket guys as far as AEW is concerned. So that's interesting to see that they have a fellow NXT member in the WWE Royal Rumble. We're back from commercial break. KO with a massive fist across the forehead of Solo, and then Solo does a headbutt to KO that sends KO across the corner, landing on the first turnbuckle. And now Solo about to run from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Oh, he tried to do the Rikishi booty splash, and unfortunately, KO gets out of the way. Now KO doing a couple of punches across the face of Solo. KO with a kick across the face of Solo does not impact Solo, but then he does nice little drop to the knee. KO looking like he was taking momentum, but now Solo with another headbutt to stop the impact. And then a DDT by KO. A pin. It's going to be just a 2 count. I'm not going to lie, the fans are not that into this match. They sound a little bit quiet, to be honest. I won't lie to you. This match against Solo and KO, I thought it was going to be a little bit better. It's a little bit boring, if I'm being honest. Kevin Owens to the top turnbuckle. Gets a punch across the face by Solo Sikoa to stop him. Now Solo climbing to the top. If I was Kevin Owens, I wouldn't even have competed tonight, considering that you have the title shot tomorrow against Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Undisputed title. You know what I'm saying? Solo trying to go for a superplex. Looks like KO is doing a couple of punches across the abdomen and obliques of Solo Sikoa. Now he gives him a headbutt, trying to prevent the superplex here. Solo still holding on. Both men still towards the top turnbuckle. Solo drops a massive elbow. KO drops a massive elbow on Solo's head. Solo falls to the pavement, and then a nice frog splash by KO, an immediate pin, but it's just going to be a 2 count. KO with a nice frog splash. And he didn't have a lot of room either because Solo was kind of close to the bottom turnbuckle. So KO was able to make it still make the frog splash look cute and still be able to land it. But unfortunately, Solo kicked out. Solo Sikoa right now still having no outside interference accompanied by the bloodline. Gets up on his feet and catches a massive super kick by KO, but then Solo returns the super kick back to KO. Oh, but then KO returns the super kick. Then he kicks Solo in the stomach, going for the stunner. And a Samoan drop by Solo Sikoa, going for the pin. And a kick out at 2 by KO. Mr. Kevin Owens still staying alive in this match. And Solo Sikoa looking a little bit frustrated right now, not understanding why KO continues to kick out. I'm very surprised that whoever is supposed to interfere has still not made it to ringside yet. I wonder if that Jey Uso phone call was a bunch of hype and no show. KO steps out of the corner and Solo ends up running into the turnbuckle on his own. Catches 2 super kicks by KO. Now KO gives the suck it chance and does a cannonball that catches the butt cheeks to the face of Solo Sikoa. Solo's laid out. KO to the top. A Swanton Bomb, Jeff Hardy style by KO off the third rope, and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, let's go. I knew it. Jey Uso, I knew he caught somebody, and I knew it was Sami Zayn. I was like, bro, it's got to be Sami, because we know that Roman Reigns isn't going to show up to interfere in this match. And Sami Zayn stops the 3 count, and the referee doesn't even call a disqualification. Oh, and then Sami Zayn caught a super kick by Solo because KO moves out of the way. And now KO takes Solo and bashes his head into the steel steps. Man, Sami Zayn on the outside of the ring rode Solo Sikoa out. KO goes to the outside, moves out of the way when Solo goes to do the sweet chin music, the super kick, and ends up catching his own boy, Sami Zayn. But now KO gets bashed head first into the ring post on the outside of the ring. The TVs are being taken off the table. And now Solo with a chair. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe the referee rang the bell and I didn't hear it, because I don't recall this being a no disqualification match. Now Michael Cole standing up from his chair. Wade Barrett also standing up from his chair. Kevin Owens is laying down right now on the announcer's table. And we've got Solo Sikoa on the other side, jumping off near where the barricade is. Oh, man, but KO stops it. That would have been a crazy Samoan splash if he was to get that. But KO gets up and stops Solo from jumping off the top. And then Solo gets kicked in the face with another super kick by Kevin Owens. Oh, and Kevin Owens lifts Solo Sikoa up in the air and power bombs him on the announcer's table. And somehow the announcer's table does not break in half. Man, oh man, the power bomb botched. Oh, and now KO has got the chair looking to bash Sami Zayn across the head. Solo Sikoa right now still reeling on the other side. Is he going to save his boy Sami Zayn, or is Sami Zayn about to get high impact? Oh, and the chair shot across the back of Solo Sikoa, courtesy of Kevin Owens. Solo goes flying over the barricade where the fans are, and now Sami Zayn is alone. Oh, Kevin Owens looks like he was about to do the chair shot, but instead takes the chair and throws it on the floor near Sami Zayn, but doesn't even decide to attack him. I'm surprised he did not attack Sami Zayn. Now Kevin Owens talking smack to the cameraman, telling him, bring the camera here. I've got something to say. And he's saying, Roman Reigns, you're going to lose tomorrow night. Roman Reigns, see you at the Rumble. So I don't know if there was even a clear winner of this match. I didn't hear the ring, the bell ring. I didn't hear a disqualification called when Sami Zayn interfered. I didn't hear anything rank. They didn't ring anything when Kevin Owens used the chair. So I don't know if just the match ended as a no contest, or maybe I just didn't hear the ring, the bell being rung. But nonetheless, there wasn't a clear winner in this match. There wasn't anything announced, so I'm assuming it's a no contest. But nonetheless, SmackDown, guys, this match is officially over. I guess it's a no contest decision because they didn't announce any winners. And tomorrow, it's going to be big time. And also for the women's match, they show 10 to 15 women's faces who are already in the match, but the other 10 or so are blacked out. So we are going to get a lot of surprise appearances tomorrow, not only in the men's Royal Rumble, but also in the women's Royal Rumble match, which will also be 30 women contending. So you may see Trish Stratus, Lita, who knows, maybe some other legends and throwback people. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is going to wrap up this edition of WWE SmackDown. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be here live tomorrow for the WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view, give you the live commentary. Guys, thank you so much for showing support. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.